What happens when you rip the engine out of one of the fastest motorbikes ever made and put it into that same manufacturer's slowest car? I'm Ari from Boost Life, and today we find out if this Hayabusa Swapped Suzuki Swift is the right combination of scary and speed, or if the men who made it missed the mark. When the Suzuki Swift was introduced, it was anything but swift. This little hatchback was designed with affordability and fuel economy in mind, not speed. But some genius decided that what this car needed was an engine from another Suzuki model, a Hayabusa sport bike. The Swift was front-wheel drive, but the engine's longitudinal orientation and lack of visible half shafts connecting to the front wheels tell us something more, that this car was converted to be a rear-wheel drive, donut-ripping machine. There's a few giveaways on the outside of this Swift to hint at what secrets lie underneath. First things first, the most obvious one is the giant Hayabusa sticker on the side of the car. Let people know, hey, there may or may not be a Hayabusa engine in here. Next is the gas cap. The fuel tank had to be moved to accommodate for the rear-wheel drive conversion and the engine swap. So you have a new fuel cap location. This car is sitting on coilovers, custom ones, and 15-inch RPF ones wrapped in Toyo tires. And I really hope that these things stick because I'm absolutely terrified to get in and start driving. The Swift standard engine was a 1-liter making 60 horsepower. But this Hayabusa motor, this 1.3 makes 197 horsepower and revs to 11,000 RPMs. As far as interior goes, there isn't one. There's no airbags, just these two metal bars holding up the steering column that, in the event of an accident, would impale me in the chest. The seat, out of all things, is left completely stock. Out of the things that I want modified in this car, it's a bucket seat. The fuel tank is right behind me, and with every passing breath, I feel myself getting more and more delirious because it reeks of fuel in here. Believe it or not, this thing is actually street legal thanks to the set of buttons right here. You have your turn signals, horn, lights, wipers, and a machine gun button that's been removed, which is probably for the best. The Hayabusa was the world's fastest production motorcycle when it came out in 1999, so putting this engine in Suzuki's slowest car makes sense. If you're a f***ing madman...
You guys happen to be here and this happened to have just happened. It's crazy.
Yo soy del país de Argentina y este era un auto en esa época, en los 90, un auto muy popular, muy conocido. Nunca lo pude tener y bueno, lo conseguí en este país hace unos 15 años atrás y bueno, ese fue el proyecto de armarlo y un poco más potente y rápido que con el motor convencional que
y divertido y loco.
Porque... muchas más revoluciones que el motor original.
11.000, ¿no?
11.000 más o menos,
11.000 o
12.000, sí.
Poquitas, unas poquitas, 11.000.
Sí, lo divertido de la historia es que yo ese auto lo compré hace 4 años porque la foto que tenían puesta para la venta eran 5 amigos y lo tenían agarrado así y estaba en el aire. Entonces, cuando vi esa foto dije, ya está, lo quiero yo sí o sí.
¿El propósito siempre era para hacer como una máquina como de skid para divertirse o empezó más como para andar en pista, como un track day build más refinado?
Sí, la idea era para usarlo diario, usarlo todos los días, diario, por eso se...
Con la caja de secuencial y todo.
Exacto, por eso se mantuvo original, con sus luces originales, todo 100% legal para no tener problema en la calle, poder usarlo tranquilamente, pero sí, ese fue el concepto, de tener un auto rápido, veloz, pero legal. Que sea...
¿Y qué pasó al final? ¿Por qué no...?
Bueno, por circunstancias... Como todo, fue un proyecto y
se hizo más proyecto.
Y terminó siendo mucho más loco de lo que pensabas.
Exacto.
Claro.
No, lo hizo en su casa, en su garaje.
Sí, en un garaje precario. Yo no soy que armo vehículos, que es mi trabajo, no, mi trabajo es diferente, pero bueno, ahí salió, dentro de todo, salió bastante.
So I'm gonna walk you guys through how to start this thing. First things first, you gotta put the key into the shift to boost it keyhole. There you go. Then press the start button on this thing here. There we go. I'm scared. This thing was built for fun, just built for fun. However, the F word that I feel when I get in this thing is fear, because this thing is so scary. There's no interior, it sounds like this, and this is sequential, and my god.
He stalled it, get a load of this dead.
It drives really, really scary, and getting thrown around in this seat, but there's a certain enjoyment of it, that this car was built to be driven like this, treated like this, just as a no given, which is insane. Also, this is my first sequential, so bear with me if I'm a little rough. I've driven a lot of fast cars, but this one, definitely the scariest that I've driven. As far as drivability goes, it's light, it's cool to drive, and it feels like it can step out on me at any time. Terrifying! That's scary. The wheelbase is super short, so low speed the car handles fine. But once you're in higher speed range, above 50 miles an hour, you're out of luck. This thing does not turn, it doesn't stop. It's not built for that. It's meant to be a skid monster. It's meant to be like a donut. I have no words. I saw my life flash before my eyes. This thing is all over the road. This is what happens when people just get bored of boring cars and they get creative and they build something so crazy like this. I would never fathom to build something this insane in my garage. This guy built this in his garage, like a few hours from here. It's not like he had a crazy shop or anything. He built this out of his garage, and this thing is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowingly fast, it's mind-blowingly crazy, and it's all over the road. And I'm gonna say I'm going like 50, 60 miles an hour at 7,000 RPM. Wow, my ears! I just want to remind you that this car is street legal. Street legal, like Florida street legal. It has all the things you need for a road car. I don't know how this man did it. I really don't know. I have no words. I really have no words. I just when you're floored in this thing, it is just all over the road and it gets where it needs to go so fast. And it sounds so crazy because the revs so high. We're going to reverse these cars. And easier. Getting back into drive is getting easier for me as well. I usually have. I stalled. The way this thing punts and flames, obviously it's not meant to be a car you drive every day.
La idea era para usarlo diario.
As fun as this thing is right now, I don't think, once I get out of this car, I don't think I want to drive it again. I think it's too scary for me. I don't want to sound like a baby. I don't want to sound like a baby or anything, but it's scary, this thing, man. Honestly, it's beating me up while I drive it. I really am. It's hot. The sequential is rough. The clutch is rough. I feel everything in here. I mean, I'm hot, but it's putting a smile on my face every time I hit the gas pedal. I feel truly pleasant to drive cars like this. Cars are so crazy like this one. Very
How do you feel?
This thing, bro, is absolutely crazy, but I am severely beat up for sure. I feel every bump in this thing. The transmission is so rough. It is so mind-boggling fast. It's still 11,000 RPMs, so fast. Every input, believe it or not, is terrifying in this thing, and I'm ready to give it back to Group E. All right, guys, that's our day with the Swift Hayabusa. Gotta say, it's one of the rowdiest, sketchiest, and scariest cars I've ever driven, but still a ton of fun. Huge thank you to Christian, the guy who built this thing, for letting us interview him. And of course, a huge thank you and huge shout out to the Group E Automotive for giving us the opportunity to drive this car and share its story with you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'm Ari from Boost Life, and we'll see you in the next one.